Today at Manchester Theatres, it is my absolute pleasure to be joined by professional dancer Frank Isaac, who is coming to the Manchester Opera House from the 22nd of April in Acosta Danza's Cuban-infused production of Carmen. Now, after studying at the National School of Art in Havana, Frank went on to train with Acosta Danza and after turning professional has danced in lots of different productions, including La Nuit, The Death of Two Swans from End to End and Performance, to name just a few. So thank you so much for joining me today to talk all about Carmen. Thank you, Frank.
No, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So you trained with Acosta Danza, the Carlos Acosta company. You work with them professionally. Tell us a little bit about them because they were set up for opportunity and to fuse different dance styles. So tell us a little bit about the company.
Yeah. To start, we have a 3 years academy in Cuba. Carlos has a 3 years academy. So in the academy, we learn classical ballet, strong classical ballet. We learn some Cuban folk and modern technique. Training in Acosta Danza is like a transformative experience for me. We are formed as versatile dancers, which means our daily routine is constantly is a bridge between the discipline of classical ballet and the freedom of contemporary dance. So a typical day in the company starts at 10 a.m. with an intense ballet class. Then we have a break at 1:30 p.m., a lunch break, and then we finish at 5:30 p.m. So between the class and the first break, we do plenty rehearsals. Right now, Carmen. But yeah, the whole day is rehearsing what we are going to do.
And what a way to spend a day doing what you love. So we are going to see this production of Carmen. It's known across the world, but yours is a Cuban infused version of Carmen. So tell us about the story.
Yeah, the story here is led by a character that is named the Bull. It is a mysterious character that represents fate and fears. The bull works as a transition, but also we could say that the bull is like a main character. It's
Okay.
like the one that leads the whole show. So this version is full of joy, is full of passion, is full of fire, a Latino energy. We have a circular stage design that represents a Spanish bullring.
Okay.
So it creates a powerful atmosphere on this stage. So it's nice.
It sounds exciting. And you
Yeah.
play, don't you? You play Don Jose and the Bull as well. So you've told us a little bit about the Bull there. What else can you maybe tell us or about Don Jose as well?
Yeah, the Jose changed the things.
Mm.
So Don Jose is like a very complex character. It starts as a disciplined soldier, but he loses everything because of his obsession with Carmen. For me, the main challenge with Don Jose is showing the different emotional states
Mm.
between one act and another act, between one parade and another parade, or in the same parade, he changes the emotion. So he's constantly changing like a roller coaster from a man in love to a man consumed by jealousy, desperation, obsession, anger. So the main focus is showing his vulnerability.
Mm.
So when he loses his mind out of love, obsession, and anger for Carmen. But it's interesting
Yeah,
doing that work.
he's very layered, isn't he? He's lots of
Yeah,
different layers to him.
completely.
And I suppose this shows in the dance as well, because I believe there's different styles of dance. You know, you've got Cuban ballet, like you've got bits of flamenco in there as well. What else have we got going on with the actual dance styles?
Yeah, we also have Cuban folklore and Cuban modern technique. The Cuban modern technique is mixed by some Graham's technique, in knowing in the USA. So the Cuban technique is basically Graham technique, but we add contractions and we add some head movements, hips movements as well, shoulder movements. That is like a Graham technique, but we could say that it's very sensual, the
Mm,
Cuban modern technique. And in this version is very mixed, because you will see the strength of the ballet, the classical ballet, and the freedom of contemporary dance, blending with some Spanish footwork, some Spanish rhythmic, and also some Afro-Cuban folklore as well. So it is not just one thing, it is a fusion that makes the movements very grounded.
yeah, amazing. And I think that kind of is so good because there's so many universal themes in Carmen. You know, you've got love, hate, passion, jealousy, desire. And so you've got all these different styles to play out with it, and perfect for dance where you physically storytell, and Latino that's so passionate as well.
Yeah, this the jealousy, the desire, sorry, there are universal themes, but I think the Latino energy adds like a special fire to this emotion, because in our culture we express emotions, and also we are, when we are normally talking with a person, we are very physical, and we use like plenty gestures, like that we use the hands, we use the face, we use the whole body to express what we want to say.
Yeah. And the music of Carmen, it's one of them. Even if people think they don't know it, they'll know it. And this one, I believe there's even additional flamenco music that's been written specifically for this production.
Yeah, yes, you're right. These new arrangements are incredible. Like they take Bizet's classic melodies and they added flamenco guitars and heavy percussions. So it makes the music feel alive
Yeah.
and rhythmic, and which is perfect for the way we move on stage.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, it sounds so exciting. It sounds really fun. And with
Yeah.
something like this, I'm always curious where you kind of begin. So with rehearsals, do you workshop? Do you start with a big number that your character has? Do you just start from the beginning and work your way through? How does it work?
Yeah, we start by workshopping ideas. So Carlos usually shares his vision about the show. So we experiment with movements to see what feels organic and comfortable for every dancer, for each dancer. So we don't just like learn steps, but we build the character together since the foundation. So it's like a very creative and collaborative process before we finalize the full choreography. Also, we sometimes we watch some videos of other version of Carmen, and also the version of Carmen that Carlos choreographed by with the Royal Ballet.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause it started as just a 1 hour thing, didn't it? And then
yeah,
yeah, it's grown. So visually, you've mentioned that there's a turning stage. I've seen production shots and it looks big, and there's digital effects and digital imagery, sorry. So visually, what can we expect to see?
Yeah, actually, the design is very minimalist, but it's designed by to to create that illusion
Ah,
of a bigger stage, of a bigger production. So it's minimalist, but it is powerful.
mm,
We use, as I said before, we use a large circular structure that represents a bull ring, or you could see it as the circle of life,
yeah,
maybe. So the digital effects and lighting are used to create different moods, like from a sunny plaza, a tavern, or the same plaza when Carmen is killed, but the lighting is like very down at that moment.
it sounds amazing. It sounds
Yeah.
so clever. And the joy of this show is Carmen, as we've said, it's so loved. So you're going to have people who just love the story of Carmen coming to watch it, people who love the opera, people who love theatre, people who love dance. But even within dance, as you've mentioned, there's so many different styles. You might get people who love ballet or people who love Cuban. It's such a wide appeal for the audience, isn't it?
Yeah. Is a very wide audience. I think that could see that show because we have like a little bit of everything in the show. So it's ballet. People who love ballet could see the main characters as Carmen, Don Jose playing some paredes, and people who love contemporary dance, you could see the the other dancers.
Mm,
So I think everyone will enjoy it because you don't need to know about ballet or about Carmen to love the show, because it has great music, it has a lot of passion, a lot of joy, and a very modern look. So if you like a strong story, a passion story, or a dramatic,
yeah.
tragic story, you can come and see the show.
Well, I, for one, am going to be there watching. So thank you so, so much for your time today, Frank. It's been
Thank you.
really, really interesting and engaging listening to you. And we can catch you at the Manchester Opera House from the
Yeah.
22nd of April. Not long to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to be there.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And we will see you very soon. Take care.
Thank you for having me.